Dear Dynasty, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to the Magnificent Dynasty. So, as I said in episode 3, I believe I mentioned that I was doing another episode. Yeah, I definitely did mention it. But my recording, even posting the video, it posted so late. The whole time I thought it was posted, it was not. It kept saying loading, loading. A whole mess was going on. But welcome back, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Dear Dynasty. And this week I was doing a LinkedIn post and I'm reading it back. And at first I was reading it as a businesswoman. Then I started to read it as a single mom. And I'm like, hold on. Out of my single mom lens, this ain't relating because this is just not about business. This is about life, you know. And as single moms and adults in general, we wear so many hats. We're parents, we're employees, some of us are entrepreneurs. We're trying to heal. We're trying to take care of ourselves, keep our household together, and show up for everybody like around us. And before you even know it, you got 5 hats on at one time. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with it. And I'm not saying that we don't have to wear a lot of hats, because we do. Life literally requires us to. But especially 2026, y'all. Oh my goodness. Like I said, it's just been a hard time trying to get these videos out this weekend. I done started choking on what? Not even eating. Anyway, but I think that like where we mess up at is trying to wear all the hats at the same time. And I started to look at my own life. Like, I love to cook. I've been cooking since I was little. And like over the weekends, I'm usually making breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, straight cooking that shit. Now, when I started to do like so much overtime, where my body got drained, and I was doing like on Sundays, I work like a few hours straight out of home, out my house. And during the week, I was working over 10 hours, sometimes over that. So my body was, becoming really drained. And I wasn't like really noticing it. So, eventually working on Sundays and stuff, I wasn't spending the weekend in the kitchen like I like to do. I was ordering like something quick because I felt like I had to do so much. Like, I didn't have time. Like, breakfast, probably definitely ordered lunch. And then I just like cook dinner. And so I had to ask myself, like, when did I stop being so present? And it's not just about cooking, but with life just in general. If I'm with my kids, I need to be with my kids. And if I'm at work, I need to be at work. And if I'm building my business, I need to be building that and like just completely focus on whatever's in front of me and put everything else in the back for, those moments. And I don't want to be like, I didn't like, I'll be with my kids and I'm just thinking about work, or work calling me, texting me, or look at this and do this, and when I'm working, thinking about my business, like, oh, I didn't do this, I don't make time for this, and I'm just completely not worried about my business because I'm too focused on other people's business and a job. If I get fired or they feel like they don't need me no more, and then I done put so much time in that and not into my own stuff, like that can become like really depressing, or like, damn, like you really just let time pass. So I had to really put myself and sit down with myself and ask all the right questions, like, when did I stop showing up for me in my home? And it was like noticing like my mind was like everywhere else when I'm at a different place, except like I'm not focused on what's in front of me. And I was getting like frustrated and overwhelmed and snappy because like I'm not getting enough sleep. I got this stuff going on. I'm hearing this type of news. I'm working. As a mom, you raising boys, like, they active and stuff. So like we get overwhelmed just as people. It doesn't really matter whether you have kids or not. Like people have their own, like, whereas enough is enough. And it's because like we're mentally living like five different lives all at one time. And another thing I realized was everything doesn't have to be done by you. Like, delegate. Like, some hats can be handed to somebody else. And then sometimes some of these hats were never yours to wear from the get go. So, asking for help is not a weakness. It can be wisdom a lot of times. Like, it takes a village. Even if, like, I tell myself I'm building my own village because I don't have that family. Or, a lot of people who are older than you feel like you should be chasing them when you the child, or you were the child. And I'm just not that. I'm not hard up for people. Nobody. I'm not hard up for nobody unless it's my children, because I gave them life. So I have a purpose and I have a responsibility, and I have that love for what I carried. I have that connection that I don't like. I'm not gonna leave you, or let you feel lonely, or not be there for you. Like, that's just something that don't even cross my mind. you know so asking for help is just like, if you don't have family to ask for, there's resources out there. And it's easy for someone to say it, but you know some of us are so used to doing everything on our own, but that doesn't mean that we have to keep doing it forever. Sometimes we should, or we have to do a lot of certain things on our own, but at some point you have to go seeing what resources are in your neighborhood and stuff like that, where people can help you out. And the other thing I notice as well is distractions. Sometimes life gets so loud and everything is just happening all at one time, and we get so caught up in that. And like, I just been learning, like, everything doesn't need my attention, you know and protecting your peace is just deciding that you don't have to participate in the chaos. You don't have to be in the mess. You don't have to be around stuff that don't serve your purpose, or not even gonna be with you when shit get rough, or don't even got nothing to offer you. Like, move. Move around. Like, what are you doing? And that don't even have to do with, like, relationship wise or anything like that. That has to do with jobs as well. Like, the most chaotic thing in my life is the job. the the job is the most chaotic thing in my life, I'm telling you. And the more time we spend focused on the distractions, the less time we spend on, like, being focused on purpose, our purpose. So I just want to leave y'all with that. But if y'all get anything from me today, wear one hat at a time, or like two. Be present as much as you could with where you at, like where you at in a moment, especially when it has to do with what you're building, your dreams, your children, those things, relationships and stuff like that. Be very present in those things. In a job that you don't plan on being at, every chance you get, you better be jotting something down or doing whatever you can to on what that business that you're building. You make sure you're spending as much time on that. Keep that in the forefront, the front of your mind. And you know because this world will have you thinking that you can do everything, when really sometimes the most productive thing you can do is slow it down a little bit. you know this is your sign to slow down. Go back to the drawing board. Make a schedule for yourself where you can sit, make space for your dreams. Because if you dreamed about it, If you daydream about it, you think about it, you see that, it can be your reality. Okay? And get rid of them hats that ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, my motto has been since 2023, you either get in line or you get stepped on. Like, if you round here just thinking, you just gonna be round here. We ain't got good conversation. We ain't got good nothing, but just round people, round each other. Because, well, it's 2026. They got robots trying to replace humans. Okay, get to it. Build something. You know, we gotta set generations and generations up for success. You know, and sometimes success is just talking about the right things. You know, so y'all have a great night. It's Sunday, July 26th, 1:32 a.m. Y'all stay blessed.